You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early weekly spoilers for May 20th through the 24th, which is going to take us through the end of May sweeps, and it's going to be all very exciting stuff. If you haven't, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. And now let's just dig right in. And if you are a regular listener or watcher, you know that when we do the early edition spoilers, we also tell you what's happening the rest of this week, just to give you context to set up the spoilers for next week. So with that in mind, on Wednesday, May 15th, Rafe goes to EJ DiMera, the DA, and tells him who he thinks really killed Lee Shem. They have drawn a link directly from Clyde's minion, Gil, to Lee, because Lee's blood was on the drug journal that Gil maintained. And so it looks like he probably killed him, but we all know that EJ is being a total prat. Rafe is very desperate to get his sister out of jail. And of course, Stefan is desperate to get Gabi out of jail as well. Eric is busy working with Nicole on their next feature for the Spectator. And Chad DiMera is very surprised when Nicole hands him a notebook that turns out to be his dead wife, Abigail Deveraux's diary. And of course, we are building up to the debut of AnnaLynne McCord's character, Marin, who I am very certain is some sort of Abby 2.0, Abby reimagined, Abby reincarnated, some such thing. It is Salem, so we know how things like that happen. Sloane finds Leo drunk. He seems to be drunk constantly these days, and she wants to know why he opened up his mouth and told EJ about Jude when he promised he would not. Thursday, May 16th, Maggie lays into Alex Kiriakis and tells him he is not good at his job of CEO at Titan. Teresa is trying to calm things down. Alex is out spending money like crazy. This is all going to blow up in his face. He's going to have a whole lot of debt when all that inheritance is yanked back from him and it goes to the rightful son of Victor, which is Xander. So he better enjoy that sports car that he just bought, because he's probably going to have to sell it to pay off some of the bills. Bought a $100,000 watch, bought Teresa a matching one. He has lost his mind. John and Marlena are very worried about how Constantine will react to Maggie giving away all of the inheritance from Victor. Remember, Brady Black just had Marlena witness the trust he set up with the endowment from Victor's inheritance from Maggie that came to Brady that he's passing on to his kids. Although, I mean, really, Rachel Black, she is getting DiMera money. I don't think she needs that, but, you know, he wants to do it. And Xander sends Sarah on a scavenger hunt that is going to end up with a wedding proposal, and I'm certain she's going to say yes. And I'm so excited because we are going to have little baby Victoria in the flesh this week. They have finally cast a baby to play Xander and Sarah's daughter. Jada tells Steve and Kayla that she's got new evidence against Clyde, and I'm sure it is the bloody journal that links Gil to Lee's death and therefore Clyde to Lee's death. Friday, May 17th, we are going to close out the week with Nicole trying to play nice with Holly. They had that big nasty fight. Holly really wants to go to prom. She's very upset that her mom said no. I do think Nicole may relent and let her go. And Stefan and Rafe, nobody can get EJ to agree to reopen Lee's murder case. He is not paying attention to this new evidence. He is just being EJ. And so Stefan goes over his head directly to Paulina Price and is going to tell her everything and just all the things that EJ is doing that are bad and corrupt and not following the law, stuff like that. Steve corners Ava and tells her, look, tell me where to find Clyde. I want this over with. And of course, she doesn't know where Clyde is. And they're very frustrated because Clyde wanted that journal dropped at a dead drop so that he could pick it up later so that law enforcement couldn't get him. So obviously it's coming down to the wire. I hope they catch Clyde by the end of sweeps. We'll see. And John Black offers to help Eric with Jude. So maybe Sloane is off running around and Eric needs to work and John steps in. We'll see. And then we go into next week on Monday, May 20th, where EJ DiMera sees Nicole Walker kissing Eric Brady. Oh my goodness. And this is kind of going to coalesce all the fears that EJ has. Remember, Sloan told him if Nicole and Eric find out they have a baby together, that both of their marriages are going to fall apart. EJ is not very happy about it, but he's kind of letting things rock on. Then when he sees Nicole and Eric, it's like everything is, all these fears manifest. And he's like, oh no, Sloan was right. Meanwhile, Paulina Price goes to see Melinda Trask. I love Melinda Trask. Tina Huang is so much fun. And she wants to rehire Trask as Salem's DA to replace EJ. Melinda is going to love this. She's going to jump at the chance. It may also help her protect herself and protect Sloan from EJ coming after them over this baby debacle. That takes us to Tuesday, May 21st, when Chad goes to Steve Johnson and he wants him to help him find Clyde Weston. I'm guessing something that Chad read in the diary, maybe, I don't know, or just having the diary reminds him all over again how much he hates the man for killing Abby. And of course, Steve definitely wants to find Clyde. He is disgusted with all of this. EJ comes at Sloan with an ultimatum. I think he's going to tell her that the baby has to go back to Nicole, and that's the only way to protect their marriages, is if the baby goes back, but everybody thinks it's EJ and Nicole's baby. We'll see how Sloan reacts to that. Wednesday, May 22nd, Julie Williams is so excited. Why? Because the Horton house has been reconstructed. It's ready for all of them to move back in. They are definitely all excited to get out of the Kiriakis mansion, back into the Horton home. I'm excited to see if they just throw up the same set or if we get something, newer, fancier, nicer. I mean, they've at least got to replace the sofa, right? Because it burned to a crisp. And Maggie is ready to activate her plan for payback on Constantine. That means it's probably going to be wedding time very soon on Thursday, May 23rd. Stephanie tells Chad, oh, by the way, Everett was arrested because he assaulted Eric. Sounds random, should be pretty interesting. And that is, taking us past May sweeps into further action. And Rafe is absolutely shocked when he sees Everett trying to flirt with Jada on Thursday, his ex-wife, and Everett's definitely not himself. He seems off. He has been Bobby more and more lately, so we're definitely getting the whole Bob Everett multiple personality thing coming to the surface. Then on Friday, May 24th, Nicole and EJ spend the day together, but both of them are very distracted. EJ is very distracted about this baby thing and the plot he's cooking up with Sloan. Nicole is feeling guilty about that kiss with Eric. And, they're both off in their own world trying to figure things out. Meanwhile, Chanel tells Johnny that she is very worried about the effects of the radiation on their baby, on her pregnancy. That's everything I have for you for early weekly spoilers. We'll have the full roster of weekly spoilers later this week. Hey, subscribe if you haven't yet. Definitely drop your comments on what you're excited to see, and be sure and come back soon because we're here talking Days of Our Lives 7 days a week. And as always, I'm your host, Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.